Yeah, so welcome everyone. And today it's a magical Monday. We can make it a meditative Monday by connecting to our bodies. And how is it that the more the connection that we have with ourselves, with our bodies, the more we let loose of pain, of whatever sort that pain is. It could be emotional pain, it could be physical pain, it could be financial pain. So everywhere that we have stored that pain in our bodies, and whatever that pain is talking about has history to it. It could be the history of this lifetime or the lifetimes behind us. And everywhere that we have accumulated pain as an asset, everything that is, are you in this time ready to let that go? As we have many a times talked about, every asset has a liability along. So everywhere that you're carrying this pain as an asset has a liability along. And what is the liability? The liability is the weight that you carry of that pain. Sometimes that pain is very known. You can put a million words to it. And sometimes that pain does not have a name to it. We have not given it a definition. We have not been able to see how has it come in our life. But we just know that pain is there. So everywhere that pain is there is struggle. Pain is equivalent to struggle. What are we struggling with? Are we struggling to actually release something? And everything that we are struggling to release, is that showing up as pain in our life? And yesterday I was having a word with somebody last evening, and that person was saying that these calls have opened up so much that my body is in intense pain. What should I do? So we have two energy fields in our body. One is the positive energy field. The second is the negative energy field. And wherever that negative energy field that we have created over time, that is the accumulated pain. Now, what is that negative energy field? What is that negative energy field holding? Anything that we call negative, I think it can never qualify to be light. So anything which is dark, anything which is not light, anything which is heavy will show up as the negative energy field in our body, and that negative energy field in the body will show up as pain. That pain that you have held onto, Somewhere we have understood that it is a support system that we have created for ourselves, never realizing that there is resistance to it. Resistance is, I just want to do away with this pain. I just want that it should just go away, get rid of it. Whereas being in pain will make you its friend. And by befriending pain does not mean that the pain will live with you for all times. By befriending pain mean that you do not resist it. So the pain comes and it just passes through you. It will come with you for a time, talk to you, tell you something, whatever's hiding behind the pain. And when you allow it to just pass through, it'll just pass through your body and it will leave you with a space that is light, that is illuminated, and that is a positive energy field. So everywhere that we have not allowed ourselves to be in that positive energy field, everything that is, are you in this time ready to let go of that? Who here on calls keeps getting pains in and out? Okay, who else? Who else? That's it. The rest are pain-free. Sridevi, yeah.
No, sometimes.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm. You can hit the hands, yeah?
Yeah, so it's just, I think it's on and off. I get it, but then it's on and off.
I think it is.
It goes and comes.
It goes and comes.
It's not that it stays. It sometimes it's there, then suddenly it will go.
Mm-hmm. Great. So, you know, I must tell you that pain has a lot of deep association with anger. Okay, Praveenji also has knee pain because of arthritis. Yeah? So we will talk about joint pains. And whenever we talk about pain, you know, the underlying thing beneath pain is anger. So where have you been living with that anger? Do you have angry relationships? Are you angry about your present moment, the situation that you have to go through? Are you angry about why do things of a lesser frequency come to me and I have to deal with them? Are you angry about the job, the financial aspect? Are you angry about the people around that they do not understand you well enough? Are you angry about that why do you create mess for yourself time and again, knowingly, unknowingly? And are you angry about why is every moment not that expansive for me? And are you angry about that people I see around, they are all going up the ladder. How come I am not? Everything that is now the time to let all of that anger go away, because anger is an energy which will always make you hold on to pain. And actually, that is the seed of pain. And anger is, they say it's a distractor implant. Obviously, it'll always keep you in the pain. And what will it keep you away from? The moment. It will keep you away from this moment, and it will always keep you invested in pain. Everything that is. Are you in this time ready to let that go? So I had something very interesting actually, which I wanted to read, and I had found it because I thought it's going to create something greater for all of us. And
Malvika, can I say
each
something?
word that I was reading, it was already like, this thing has been so resonating with me because I think that pain is actually anything that unnecessarily that we hold on to. Like there was a morning call with somebody, and they were talking about that when I see my child unhappy, I'm just not happy. Malvika, what should I do about it? I just desire to see my child happy. Of course, all of us desire to see the other happy. However, I cannot make anyone happy. So then the next question comes is, what can I contribute here? The contribution that you can be when somebody is not happy is, firstly ask yourself, how happy are you in your world? Yeah. And when you start asking that question with all the right intent, you will understand that the degree of unhappiness inside is much more than the one you're concerned about. You get that? Until the time I am not in a happy space, how can I help the other one with even an iota better space, which is talking about happiness? And what is all of this getting? It is just initiating pain. It is instigating pain. So everywhere that we are desiring to make the other one's world pain-free, however, we are standing in the space of pain ourselves, is there a possibility to even help the other one out? Yeah, I think we are in desperate need ourselves, looking for a pain-free space. And probably, they are showing that you become pain-free, I shall become pain-free. But this is so hard to understand. Why so? Everything that comes to us easily, we keep resisting it. And happiness also comes to us very easily if we are just talking about this moment. I'm here on the Zoom call, just being here and now, and not having a fluttering head. What is happening upstairs? What is happening outside the room? What is happening in somebody's heart? What is happening in the other room? What is happening in my office? So everywhere that we are scattered everywhere, that is the space of unnecessary pain, and that is, speaking aloud. Everything that is. Are you in this time ready to let all of that go? This excerpt talks about the greater part of human pain is unnecessary. It is self-created as long as the unobserved mind runs life. Now there is mind that I'm not being able to mind. It's just going unobserved. Kahin bhi. Yeah, it is just like you sitting on on another vehicle and you have a horse along with who's not being ridden by you, it's just going on its own and it's just going. So wherever they go, that's great. That is how our mind is. The pain that you create now is always some form of non-acceptance, some form of unconscious resistance to what is. So we have to ask ourselves, what is happening in the moment that I'm resisting? Am I resisting people? Am I resisting their behavior? Am I resisting the way they respond to me? Am I resisting their physical presence? Am I even resisting talking to them because I know when I just sit with them, something goes haywire? What am I resisting? On the level of thought, the resistance is some form of judgment. Anywhere that there is judgment, there is pain. What is judgment talking about? Judgment is talking about either I'm not good or you are too good. Everything is a judgment, yeah? Either I'm not good, that's a pain space, and either the other one is too good, that is a pain space for me. On the emotional level, it is some form of negativity. The intensity of the pain depends on the degree of resistance to the present moment, and this in turn depends on how strongly you are identified with your mind. The mind always seeks to deny the now and to escape from it. The mind has a habit of escaping the moment. And the mind has a habit of escaping the moment because it will either keep you in the past or in the future, and it will never allow you to be in this moment, to make it meditative, to make it mesmerizing, to make it magical. The mind always seeks to deny the now and to escape from it. In other words, the more you are identified with your mind, the more you suffer. So everywhere that you have been suffering and are in pain, have you ever identified it? What is the thought process behind it? And everywhere that you do not allow yourself to identify the thought process, you are denying the magic of the moment, everything that is. Are you in this time ready to eliminate that? In other words, the more you are identified with your mind, the more you suffer, or you may put it like this, the more you are able to honor and accept the now, the more you are free of pain, of suffering, and free of the egoic mind. Now, as the conversation went on yesterday, and somebody was saying that the pains have increased over a few days. Do you know why the pains have increased? Because many layers of unconsciousness have gone away. Now, when the layers of unconsciousness will go away, what will they reveal? They will reveal the hidden pain. Yeah. So let's come, eye to eye with that pain and ask it. अरे यार यहाँ ही छुपे बैठे थे. Thank you for showing up. Yeah. And once you start communicating with it, that pain will just go away. And if it has been showing up in the joints more, how do the joints work? What do the joints do for you? What do they do for you? They make you walk, they make you hold, yeah. They are an agent which helps you pick, drop, do everything in life, isn't it? And when the joints pain more, what are they actually talking about? That you have not allowed your life to be in the momentum, and your joints have accumulated carbon over time. The carbon, wherever it is accumulated, is having less of oxygen. The oxygen supplies have become very less. Why? Because the carbon has taken a layer over them. How will they not pain? Everything that brings up for you. Are you in this time ready to free your joints from that carbonization which has happened over time? And as that carbonization happened, the rest of the area that was creating, it might be the gel that is there, which makes it flexible, makes the joint flexible. Yeah. Now that has depleted over time. Everything that is. Are you in this time ready to eliminate that? Carbonization it takes place over time. It's not like it's just happened overnight. Yeah. So till the time our bodies are working well, they're functioning well, we just keep like working in harshness with them by being unkind, doing every possible thing. Do you know your body sometimes even asks you, इतना weight नहीं उठाओ, हम उठा लेते हैं, है ना? इतना भार नहीं उठाओ, उठा लेते हैं. तो वो सिर्फ भार as in weight सामान से नहीं है, सिर्फ सामान का वेट नहीं है, किसी और चीज का वेट भी है. इतना कार्बन का वेट मत उठाओ, इसको छोड़ दो. Everything that does not allow us, isn't it? हमारे engines में कार्बन आ जाता है, मैकेनिक्स से जाकर वो कार्बन हटाना पड़ता है. हाँ, तब तो इंजन में जो बैटरी का चार्ज है वो अच्छे से जाता है. तो हमारी बैटरी के चार्ज कैसे होगा? When everything is carbon around us, everything that is. Are you ready to eliminate those layers of carbon that you have accumulated and they have started showing up in your joints? Yeah. So everywhere the joint was actually asking you to join. Everything that is. Now where do you have to join? You have to join with the core, with the light. It's a space of darkness. Yeah. And why is it? Have you ever realized that your life has not been in that momentum that you consider it could be? Momentum just doesn't mean racing and pacing. Momentum means that everything is coming and going with ease. And you're moving from one thing into the next with ease. Yeah. Momentum means where you do not experience the stuck energy there. Where you do not feel that somebody has held you tight. पीछे कहीं बंधे हुए हैं, दिखती नहीं है, कहाँ है वो रस्सी? Everything that is. Are you in this time ready to let that go? The more you are free of pain, of suffering, and free of the egoic mind, the more freedom you experience from pain. Why does the mind habitually deny or resist the now? because it cannot function and remain in control without time, which is past and future. So it perceives the timeless now as threatening. Time and mind are in fact inseparable. Yes, Manmeet?
कि कभी आपने बात करी ना कि जैसे कोई जैसे खींच रहा है, रस्सी बंधी हुई है, मतलब कि रिलेशन के जो बर्डन है वो राइट, तो चाहे वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो या किसी का कोई कोई कुछ कह रहा हो, तो उससे ये बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट है, तो इससे कैसे अपने आप को दूर किया जा सकता है? मतलब इट्स लाइक एवरी मिनट एवरी आवर मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कोई कुछ कह रहा है, और वो मेरे जो भी अगर वो कहता है तो मेरे सर में वो बात चलती रहती है बार 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 बार। तो उसको वो एक रस्सी की तरह ही है ना, तो उसको कैसे आप दूर कर सकते हो?
यही तो हम कर रहे हैं।
नहीं, बट कॉन्शियस में रह के मतलब कर सकते हैं, लेकिन थिंग इज कि क्या उसे जैसे आई पो करके भी हम कर सकते हैं? इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी कर सकते हैं दूर।
टूल तो हम कोई भी यूज कर सकते हैं ना, है ना? इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू कैसे करते हैं आप?
वही कि मतलब किसी और का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू अपने ऊपर हावी ना हो जाए, तो उसके लिए इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, आई हैव दिस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू।
Okay. What is the point of view that you have?
मीन्स कोई भी कुछ भी मुझे कुछ कहता है ना, तो वो जैसे कि कोई मुझे लैंडलॉर्ड कोई कुछ कह देगा, तो मेरे पास दिमाग में वही चलता रहता है कि उन्होंने मुझे ऐसा क्यों कहा, जबकि मैं कुछ गलत नहीं कर रही हूँ या मैं उनके घर को संभाल रही हूँ, पर फिर भी वो चलता रहेगा। वो जैसे कि उसकी एक रेल बन जाती है मेरे साथ कि ये उन्होंने कह दिया, मतलब उनको कोई चीज़ गलत लग रही है, बट मैं तो गलत नहीं कर रही हूँ अपनी तरफ से, तो वो चीज़ चलती रहेगी, और वो मेरे ना शोल्डर पर मेरे को पेन आने लगेगा कि उन्होंने ऐसा क्यों कहा मुझे, व्हाई ही इज स्पोकिंग मी इन दैट सेंस। तो वो चीज़ ना मेरे ऊपर रहती है, हावी रहती है, लोगों की बातें, लोगों का सोच, लोगों की मतलब जो भी उन्होंने स्पोकिंग की है, तो उस चीज़ को मैं मतलब अब वो कम है, बट आई थिंक कि उसे नहीं होना चाहिए ना, उसको लोगों ने कहा तो उनका अपना कंसर्न होगा, बट मैं जब सही हूँ तो मुझे ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए ना उस चीज़ से, तो वो पड़ता है मेरे को उससे फर्क।
मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि हम स्पेस कहाँ नहीं बन पाते। जब भी हम लोगों के कहने में आते हैं या उनके इफेक्ट में आ जाते हैं, तो मतलब उसका सिर्फ एक ही समझ आता है मुझे कि हम स्पेस नहीं बन पाए उस टाइम। या और आप देखेंगे कि स्पेस हम कैसे बनते हैं। स्पेस हम इस मोमेंट से कनेक्ट होंगे एंड वी विल एक्सपैंड। या अब आप पूछेंगे एक्सपैंड कैसे करेंगे? तो जब हम इस मोमेंट से कनेक्ट होके अपने बॉडी को ये कहते हैं ना एक्सपैंड, तो आपके मॉलिक्यूल्स एक्सपैंड करने शुरू कर देते हैं। या आपने जो बोला इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, आई हैव दिस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, बहुत अमेजिंग टूल है। मगर अगेन, जब तक टूल के साथ एनर्जी अटैच नहीं होगी, ये टूल काम नहीं करेगा। हम उसके साथ एनर्जी अटैच कहाँ कैसे करेंगे ताकि वो टूल फंक्शनल हो जाए? ओके, सबसे पहले मेरी लिमिटिंग बिलीव्स, मेरे लिमिटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज क्या हैं? क्योंकि जो मेरे लिमिटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज रहते हैं, उनमें उनके पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू आके अटक जाते हैं, ऐसे करके अटक जाते हैं। You get that? तो सबसे पहले मुझे अपने पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज, जो लिमिटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज हैं, उनका मुझे अवेयरनेस होनी चाहिए। हाँ, अब लिमिटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज क्या होंगे? मेरे लिमिटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज होंगे कि ये घर तो मेरा है, ये लोग आके पता नहीं अपना क्यों चलाते रहते हैं, है ना? तो आ गई ना मेरे तेरी बात। ओके अब वो क्या रहता है कि जब वो कुछ भी कहते हैं तो वहां पर आके हमारे पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू के साथ उसने मुठभेड़ हो गई, उसकी लड़ाई हो गई. ओके सो द फर्स्ट थिंग इज आई हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई कि मेरे लिमिटेड पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज क्या रहते हैं, है ना. किसी के 5 होंगे, किसी के 15 होंगे, किसी के 5,000 होंगे, किसी के अनगिनती होंगे. हाँ? मगर आप ये देखेंगे कि जब एक बारी उनसे सामना कर लेंगे ना, वो फिर बार बार कम फ्रीक्वेंसी में आने शुरू हो जाएंगे आपके पास. ओके सो इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू कि इनका ये पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है कि ये मेरा घर नहीं, मगर बात प्रॉब्लम उनके कहने की नहीं है. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मुझे भी लगता है कहीं ये मेरा घर नहीं. ये है ना प्रॉब्लम. मुझे क्या लगता है मेरा घर वो होगा जहां पे हम शादी होके जाएंगे, वहां पे हम बसेंगे और वहां पे वो है ना. मगर इनमें से तो बहुत सारे हैं जिनकी शादी हो गई, दूसरे घर भी पहुंच गए, फिर उनको भी वहां लगता है वो भी मेरा घर नहीं. तो फिर जाएं कहाँ, कौन से घर जाएं? समझ रहे हैं? द होल थिंग इज कि इतने साल तुम उन्हीं घरों में रहते रहते हो, हाँ, और आपको लगता है ये मेरे फादर का घर है, ये मेरे हस्बैंड का घर है, ये मेरे इन लॉज का घर है. मेरा घर कब बनेगा? मेरा घर कब बनेगा? या और आपका घर वो तब तक नहीं बन सकता क्योंकि जो घर आप लेके आए थे ना साथ, आपका शरीर है ना, वो आपका घर है, वो आज तक अपना नहीं बना. आज तक ऐसा नहीं लगता कि वो मेरा घर है. यू गेट दैट? द सोल took that, took your body to come to this planet, but you never felt, this body is my home. You get that? हम कहते तो रहते हैं हमारा शरीर मंदिर है, मंदिर है, मंदिर है. उसको मंदिर की तरह कैसे ट्रीट करते हैं? इतना कुछ तो, इतना कुछ तो कमबख्त उसमें एक एक दिन में डालते रहते हैं, कभी खाने में, कभी पीने में, कभी सोचने में. तो कैसे है तुम्हारा वो शरीर आपका घर? या So now when I come to that, firstly when I identify मेरे limited point of views क्या हैं, तब हमें ये पता चलेगा कि ये मेरे limited point of views हैं, इसीलिए हमने उसके आगे लगाया है limited, तभी आके यहाँ hit करता है. अगर वो unlimited होता है ना तो hit नहीं करता. ठीक है? limited का मतलब है दीवार है, यही तो बता रहा है limited. हद है. ओके Yeah. So once you will, when you understand this and then you use that tool, then you see how it functions. क्योंकि अभी तक तो ऐसे है ना कि interesting point of view, I have this point of view, interesting point of view, they have this point. ऐसे करके टूल नहीं काम करता है ये. आप 10 साल करते रहिए टूल को, टूल ने नहीं काम करना, क्योंकि टूल को आपने कभी समझा नहीं, कभी आपको किसी ने समझाया नहीं, कभी बताया ही नहीं कि इसको यूज कैसे करेंगे. यूज करने का तरीका है हर चीज का. मेरे पास यहाँ कितने टूल्स पड़े हों, मुझे स्क्रू ड्राइवर चलाना आना चाहिए, है नहीं है? हर चीज यूट्यूब पे नहीं मिलती ना. You get that? So the thing is कि when I start using that, then you make it functional because you make the tool alive. Then you say, yeah, interesting point of view. They have this point of view. But before that, I have this point of view. So when I delete this point of view, their point of view will not come. It will come and go away. It will not come and trigger me. Yeah, this is the simplicity of the entire tool. You use anything. You use any tool from 1 to the millionth. The thing is, अगर तो उसके साथ आपकी समझ अटैच्ड है, फिर तो वो आपका बना, नहीं तो वो बस बेगाना ही है, टूल ही है. You get that? एक टूल बॉक्स में बस टूल ही है. या और जब जब आके वो आपको ट्रिगर करता है, आपकी किसी पेन को आके छेड़ देता है, कोई पेन है ना अंदर जिसको आके छेड़ देता है, क्योंकि आज हमारा we've taken pain as the thing and I think it will go for like 2-3 days, तो वो पेन को आके हमें क्योंकि छेड़ देता है, उसका मतलब है कि हमारे अंदर पेन है ना? तो वो तो जरा सा हलचल करने आया, तो फिर जाएंगे कि इस पेन के पीछे क्या छिपा हुआ है, मुझे क्या गुस्सा है, मुझे क्या इरिटेबिलिटी है, मुझे क्या नाखुशी है जो इस पेन में हमेशा रखती है। कभी वो पेन छुप जाती है, कभी वो पेन आ जाती है। क्यों? क्योंकि उसको कभी भी मैंने उसको ढंग से विदाई नहीं दी, उसको कभी ढंग से बाय ही नहीं कह पाए, है ना? पेन से भागना is the worst you can do for yourself, because the pain will come to you multiplied each time. It will come and show its presence. I am there. Do something about it. Otherwise, I shall not allow you to live in a happy state of mind. Yeah? सारा हमारा जो जीवन है ना, it is actually everything is talking about going from the negative energy to the positive. It is going from darkness to light. आप कोई टॉपिक ले लीजिए, कोई टॉपिक ले लीजिए, अगर लिमिटिंग बिलीव्स की बात करते हैं तो वहां पे भी अंधकार है तो लिमिटिंग बिलीव्स हैं, नहीं तो वहां पे हम लिमिटलेस हो चुके होते, बोलते कोई बात नहीं, आया चले जाएगा, रुकेगा नहीं आपके पास। Yeah? Did I make sense? Now could you get what I've... Yeah, great. Yeah, yeah. So anybody else on this? Or we can, obviously I'm doing pain, we'll take it further. Yeah, Shri? Yeah.
मैंने तो सत्संग में सुना है कि शरीर नश्वर है, इसको ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं देना है। तो वो उसकी वजह से वो ज्यादा हो गया था कि ये तो फालतू की चीजें, मतलब इसको इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं देना है, ऐसा वो जहन में रह गया था। पर जब से एक्सेस में है तब से पता चला कि हाँ, इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस है। अब खुद आत्मा इसमें रहे तो इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस है और इसकी केयर भी करना चाहिए। जैसे कहा कि मंदिर है, तो ये पहले कई साल पहले सुना था, बाद में भूल गई थी, अभी आपने बोला तो याद है कि मंदिर को हम कैसे साफ रखते हैं अंदर से। तो वही मुझे लगा कि हमें अंदर से भी साफ करना है। पर ये कुछ कुछ चीजें ना कभी कभी याद आती, बचपन से जो सुना, ये शरीर नश्वर है, इसका इतना महत्व नहीं है, इसको इतना महत्व नहीं दो, तो वो पूरी तरह से निकल जाए तरह।
जब हम कहते हैं शरीर नश्वर है, वो तो है ही,
हाँ
है ना? वो तो है ही, मगर बात ये है कि वो कहते हैं आप नश्वर क्यों यूज करते हैं? नश्वर यूज करते हैं ताकि हम इसके अभिमान में नहीं चलते रहें। You get that? अभिमान और मान में बहुत ज्यादा फर्क रहता है। नहीं, some people are so egoistic, I am very pretty. Okay, that's a totally different energy. But yes, God made me pretty. I have been created pretty. That's such a different energy. Is that not? Anything which has come will go, including our bodies. है ना? हमारा शरीर नश्वर है क्योंकि है ही वो नश्वर, जाना ही है उसे। मगर यहाँ पे रहते हुए जब तक उसको अहमियत ही नहीं देंगे, उसका जब ख्याल ही नहीं करेंगे, हमें यही नहीं पता कि हमें स्मोक करना चाहिए, ड्रिंक करना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए, वो करना चाहिए, है ना? आप ये बताइए कि हम क्या मंदिर में जाके ये सब चीज करते? नहीं ना, क्योंकि वहां पे कहाँ बाहर बोर्ड लगा रहता है? नहीं, बोर्ड तो नहीं लगा रहता यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू ड्रिंक स्मोक, दिस इज अ नो स्मोकिंग जोन, ऐसा तो नहीं लगता। मगर हमें पता रहता है यहाँ पे कि दिस इज अ नो स्मोकिंग जोन। अपनी बॉडी के लिए क्यों नहीं पता रहता है? अपनी बॉडी के लिए क्यों नहीं पता रहता है कि अरे यार जजमेंट में गए तो पेन होगी, है ना? तो इस बॉडी को जजमेंट से इतना क्यों निकाल रही हो भाई? नश्वर का मतलब है उसको बेकदरी करेंगे, है ना? उसको बेकदरी करेंगे? क्या मतलब है नश्वर का? नश्वर का मतलब है कि आपको फिजिकलिटी को इतनी सिग्निफिकेंस नहीं देनी, उससे अटैच नहीं होना, इसलिए कहते हैं कि ये नश्वर है ना? क्यों? क्योंकि हम तो अपने बॉडी से भी अटैच हो जाते हैं. That is the first thing. First step of attachment is talking about we getting attached to our bodies. Yeah. We are attached to our homes, the materialistic things. हमें कितना फर्क फिक्र रहता है कि यार ये चीज है, ये उसको चले जानी चाहिए, उसको चले जानी चाहिए, उसको चले जानी चाहिए, है ना? अगर मैं नहीं रहूं तो ये उसको चले जानी चाहिए. कितना हमें उस चीज का इंपॉर्टेंस रहता है ना? तो हमें बॉडी के लिए किसी चीज का इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं रहता है. कुछ भी अंदर चले जाना चाहिए, कुछ भी, है ना? कुछ भी, anything we can just take inside because we think ये नश्वर है. जैसे मर्जी उसको यूज कर लो, बिल्कुल जैसे मर्जी यूज कर लो, तो फिर पेन भी तो अपनी है, वो कौन सा पड़ोसी की है? Isn't it? Yeah. So the way I have kept myself, the way I have honored my body, if I consider it कि हाँ ये ऊपर वाले का प्रदान किया हुआ इतना खूबसूरत सा वहीकल है ना? और मैंने इसको क्यों, मेरी सोल ने इसको क्यों धारण किया? ताकि मैं एनर्जेटिकली एलिवेट हो सकता यहाँ आकर, है ना? क्योंकि एनर्जेटिकली एलिवेट कैसे होती मैं? गाय भैंस बन के नहीं हो सकती थी. आज उसने मुझे मनुष्य का जन्म दिया और उस मनुष्य होते हुए मुझे उस शरीर को बेस्ट यूटिलाइज करके एलिवेट होना है, मगर उससे अटैच नहीं होना. तो फिर मैं उसको मंदिर जैसे उसको कंसिडर करती ना. So everywhere that I have misapplied and misidentified things which I learned, however I camouflage them with I don't know what, unconsciousness, everything that is. Are you in this time ready to let that go? And again asking yourself, is that the space that is creating pain in my life? Yeah. All that I accidentally, all that I was mistaken for, all that I did not go into the depth, the conscious depth of it to understand. Obviously, I was functioning from the unconscious and I just kept doing whatever. Everything that came to me after that, the repercussions, the outcome, जो उसका निष्कर्ष जो मुझे झेलना पड़ा, are you in this time ready to eliminate that? Yeah. So why does the mind habitually deny or resist the now? Because it cannot function and remain in control without time, which is past and future. So it perceives the timeless now as threatening. Mind के लिए जो present है वो timeless now है. उसको कोई hooking चीज नहीं मिलती है, या कोई magnetic चीज नहीं मिलती है now में. Yeah, they say the past is history and the future is mystery. Yeah, and what is now? It is timeless. It is timeless. Imagine the earth devoid of human life, inhabited only by plants and animals. Would it still have a past and a future? Could we still speak of time in any meaningful way? The question, what time is it? Or what's the date today? If anybody were there to ask it, would be quite meaningless. Yeah. Can we ask this question to an animal or a tree? What time is today? The oak tree or the eagle would be bemused by this question. What time? They would ask. Well, of course, it's now. They just know about now. And we are so absent with the now. The time is now. What else is there? उन स्पीशीज को नाव के अलावा कुछ पता ही नहीं है, ना पेड़ पौधों को, ना पशु पक्षियों को. उनके लिए जो भी है बस आज ही है, इसी वक्त ही है, इसी पल ही है ना. और हमारे लिए ये वाला पल है ही नहीं. कितना ऑपोजिट चलते हैं ना हम. Yes, we need the mind as well as time to function in this world, but there comes a point where they take over our lives, and this is where dysfunction, pain, and sorrow set in. So anything that we call functional is actually dysfunctional. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. It is not. Everything that is, are you in this time ready to let that go? The mind, to ensure that it remains in control, seeks continuously to cover up the present moment with past and future, and so as the vitality and infinite creative potential of being, which is inseparable from the now, becomes covered up by time, your true nature becomes obscured by the mind. An increasingly heavy burden of time has been accumulating in the human mind. All individuals are suffering under this burden, but they also keep adding to it every moment whenever they ignore or deny that precious moment or reduce it to a means of getting to some future moment. How do you deny the present? How do you deny the present? You deny the present by always saying, if this happens, I will be happy. If this happens, I will have a great relationship. If I get married, things will be better. If. You're designing the present, no? Our question never revolves around, what would it take for me to be so present that I rejoice in the gift that is showing up as now in my life? What will it take for me to rejoice in this moment with the gift that is gifted to me as this body in this moment? Yeah? And everywhere that my body has not been able to show up as agile, I am the one who has not allowed it to. I am the one who had accumulated carbon and given it that was working between any two cells and was not allowing enough oxygen to flow through it. सांस तो हमारा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है. हम तो उस सांस को भी हम adulterate करके लेते हैं. Everything that is, I am this time ready to let the pain beneath this go away. So the accumulation of time in the collective and individual human mind also holds a vast amount of residual pain from the past. If you no longer want to create pain for yourself and others, if you no longer want to add to the residue of the past pain that still lives on in you, then don't create any more time, or at least no more than is necessary to deal with the practical aspects of your life. How to stop creating time? Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. So how many of us has now as a primary focus? And how many of us never allow that primary focus to ever take shape? Everything that is in this time, ready to let that go. Whereas before you dwell in time and paid brief visits to the now, have your dwelling place in the now and pay brief visits to the past and the future when required to deal with the practical aspects of your life situation. Always say yes to the present moment. What could be more futile, more insane than to create inner resistance to something that already is? What could be more insane than to oppose life itself, which is now and always now? Surrender to what is. That is your present moment of life, and see how life suddenly starts working for you rather against you. Everywhere that you have been working against life, is that not futile? And everywhere that you have been working against life, is that allowing your life to become fertile? Are you ready to replace the futile with the fertile? Everything that stops you, are you in this time ready to let that go? Futile, we are addicted to. Fertile, we have to invest in. Futile, we are addicted to. Fertile, we have to invest in. Choice is yours. What are you choosing? What is the conscious choice that you're making at the moment? Everything that stops you to always be conscious and just to add to the consciousness. Every step, every moment, every act, every thought. Asking yourself, am I stepping into fertility? Am I adding to the fertility? Am I being that expansive an energy that is going to make this seed grow up into a plant, into a seedling, into a tree? That always comes from the fertile. Is the futility giving us infertility? The unconscious, the pain, the struggle, the carbon, everything that is. Are you in this time ready to let all of that? So anything to share, anything to talk about? Otherwise, we'll take this tomorrow. Huh?
Can I say something, Malvika?
Yeah, sure.
Nowadays what I am realizing is that when we do something जो past में हमारी patterns थी, जैसे कि suddenly कुछ हो रहा है तो गुस्सा करना या irritate हो जाना. Now the difference is that we then and there realize. If you ask me honestly, I then and there realize that something is somewhere wrong. I shouldn't be acting like this. So I step back and I change it. I change it. So nowadays this is happening. But now when you say about, basically, especially when you're the people who are really close to you, you know, and we are realizing कि ये हो रहा है. We are, in that thing. ये situation है, and this thing is irritating me. When if my son is saying something to me, I realize that you know, creating space, creating that. I think I still should be working more on it. You know, again getting back to my joyful space. Now the thing is that I am realizing that has, you know, इतना हो चुका है that I do realize कि ये है जो पहले नहीं होता था. पहले इतना भी नहीं पता लगता था कि भाई ये क्यों हो रहा है, मैं मुझे ऐसे क्यों फील हो रहा है. Now the thing is कि यहाँ तक तो आ चुकी हूँ, but कभी कभी you know, sometimes I really I understand, I quickly fix that thing कि हाँ ये हो रहा है, this is the thing which is irritating me, it is giving me pain. But कभी कभी you know, जैसे कि बहुत ही close ones होते हैं, if I talk about my son or any of the loved people, you know, really close to me. So when something about them bothers me or irritates me, कभी कभी फिर भी ये होता है that how to really work on it, you know, ऐसा क्या करना चाहिए कि I know that this thing is irritating but how to fix it, ये अब
What
कभी
if
कभी
we
नहीं
never,
आता है.
what if we never had to fix it?
So how to come back in my own space again, my own self, because that is something which is bothering me, you know, no matter मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, मुझे वो याद होता है कि ये है कुछ जो मुझे bother कर रहा है, which again gives me some kind of pain, as we are talking about pain today. So what should I be doing
जहाँ
at that
पे
time?
जहाँ पे आपको इरिटेशन, जहाँ पे पेन, जहाँ पे स्ट्रगल, जहाँ पे वरी, जहाँ पे एंजाइटी, ये सब चीजें आती रहती हैं. जब आती है और आपने उसको नोटिस कर लिया, आ गई, है ना? तो फिर उससे पूछेंगे ना कि यार तुम्हारे पीछे क्या है, कौन सा पास्ट का ऐसा चीज है जो तुम छुपा के बैठी हो ना पीछे, है ना? तो जब उससे ऐसे एक ही बात करते हैं तो आपको बताएगा हाँ यार बचपन का ना गुस्सा बड़ा है, मेरी ना माँ बस ऐसे ही करती थी, मेरे ना father, I'll tell you something very little, an episode of my life. हमारी माँ ना हमारे घर में बहुत सुबह हमें उठने की आदत थी, उनको, ठीक है, उनको आदत थी, कोई नहीं उठता था, मगर होता क्या था कि जैसे समर वेकेशन है और आप 6 बजे उठे ना, तो हमारी माँ क्या करती थी कि वो हमारे कमरों में आती थी, तो उन्होंने आए और ना कर्टन्स हटा दिए, कर्टन्स, ओके, उसके बाद बोला बेटा उठ जाओ, है ना? तो हमारे जैसे को बचपन से आज तक कभी भी जब मैं सो रही हूँ मुझे कर्टन्स हटे हुए नहीं अच्छे लगते. The light comes and hits me much more than it hits anybody else, which I realized over time. Probably that time I just knew कि light नहीं मुझे अच्छी लगती. You get that? तो क्या रहता है कि अब तुम go to a new place, okay, and your partner just does, he likes a nice bright room, so they just remove early morning the curtain away, है ना? तो आपके क्या याददाश्त में आता है कि यार कभी भी ना बचपन में आराम से सोने ही नहीं दिया, है नहीं? अब ये कम वक्त भी शुरू हो गया. You get that? वो रेजिडुअल एनर्जी थी, है ना? तो फिर बोला कि यार और सब कुछ मंजूर है, एक तो वैसे आई एम नॉट अ लेट राइजर एट ऑल, ओके, बट इफ आई एम स्लीपिंग एंड यू आर up and about, please do not remove these curtains. I shall do them because there is a very fond memory to this. तो और किसी चीज में लड़ाई हो या ना, इसमें पक्का हो जाएगी, है ना? तो दूसरे को समझ आती है कि इनको ये चीज अच्छी नहीं लग रही. You get that? और आपकी भी आइडेंटिफिकेशन है पहले उस चीज से, आपकी आइडेंटिफिकेशन है, नहीं तो लड़ाई हो चुकी होती. You have identified that this is something which I just do not I do not like this. Okay? When it is an identified thing, it never comes as a bout. You get that? It doesn't come as a as a vomiting. You get it? You get that? You'll not just throw. Yeah? Because that is already noticed. You will have an expression which is conducive because it is not vomiting. You're just trying to tell them that I know you do not know about me. Yeah? Probably this is not a very honoring space for me. आप please ये मत करिएगा. They will not do it then. Yeah? अब आप यही चीज इमेजिन करिए कि जब वो अननोटिस थी अगर रहती, how would I be expressing? How would? कितने खूबसूरत शब्द आते हैं. Yeah, it is just like you pounce on the other. कि यार, damn it, you are also one. You just don't get it. Yeah, yeah. And what is it like? How is it? Like when suppose my son is there and he's sleeping till late. Do you know something? That there is not even an iota of irritation which happens, even if they're sleeping till 2. You get it? I don't know if it's right or wrong. I don't know. Yeah. But my elder sister would come, you are the one who can tolerate that. But I would always say, because I think peace is much more important to me than all of this. Even if that room is not cleaned, at the right time, so called, how does that make a difference? Does that even make a difference? Yeah. The house is all good, spick and span. Yeah. So I'm just trying to tell you something that, where does irritability come? Irritability has a root somewhere. I have to go to the root. I have to go to the seed. I have to go to the seed. And I have the patterns within this lifetime which I have not deciphered yet. Yeah. There was a pain point there in my childhood. Okay. If you have recovered from there, then that pain point no more remains a pain point. Why? Because you are able to share it, tell the other one in a good way. Otherwise, there's always space of irritability and getting angry. Why? Because there is anger there, anger will fall out. And the best way to fall out is through my words. That's the best way, no? That is the easiest way out. Yeah? So everywhere that, every little space that we have held on to pain, 99.9% लाइफटाइम बिहाइंड तो छोड़ दो क्योंकि उसका अपने पास ट्रेसेबल नहीं है वो तो सिर्फ एनर्जेटिक ट्रे वो है अपने पास ब्लूप्रिंट उसका 99.9 चीजें जो आपके बचपन के साथ उनकी एसोसिएशन है वो क्या है वहां तक जाइए उसके साथ एक बारी रूबरू हो के उससे बात करिए यार क्या तुम अब दिख रहे हो है ना अगर अब तो तुम्हारे साथ बहुत साल हो गए ना मोहब्बत किए अब तुम्हें इस जेल से छुटकारा देने का टाइम है क्योंकि तुम्हें नहीं छुटकारा दूंगी अपने आप को छुटकारा दे दूंगी तो वो पेन चले जाएगी ना या so that is the unnecessary pain that we are carrying. The pain is having a lot of burden. The burden is having a lot of suffering. You get that? Everything is all interrelated. Yeah. क्योंकि पीछे जो छुपी हुई चीज है ना उनको अनकवर करने की बहुत जरूरत है तभी वो चीज बार बार आती रहती है yeah you get that
Or can I say something, please?
Sure.
Can I ask, because in my experience, like you're saying that, you have some experiences in the past, which of course, if they are present, they somehow are created in the present. What happens is they create pain. Just very recent, I was just coming out of my kindergarten, and one of my colleagues, she said, Ira, tell me one thing. We know, I know that, our boss, she has a habit of repetitive, she'll repeat her incidences, and she has that habit. But I sometimes I know also that I have to and we have to change ourselves rather than she's not going to change. But sometimes when you're not in that zone and it keeps recurring, it becomes too much. You can't handle it. I said, you are very right, I understand that. And so in that situation, when you have told a person, now the question is, like, for example, you have told that person that very genuinely and very properly that this is somehow it is very unpleasant for me. I do not want like this repetitiveness, and in my case, and the person is still continuing to annoy you. What do you do? I like, my answer was, to be honest, it may be wrong. I said, you know what, still, Christine, we have to change ourselves. We can't change her. So I don't know, what do you do at that time?
Thanks for this question actually. मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि जब भी कोई अपनी चीज के साथ लेके आता है ना, कुछ भी, जैसे आप ये एपिसोड बता रहे हैं, तो ऐसे होता है कि हमारा दिल करता है हम हमेशा अपनी इनपुट्स दें, ऐसे कर लेते हैं, ऐसे कर लेना चाहिए, हमें अपने पे काम करना पड़ेगा, आप इस चीज को छोड़ दें. Yeah, it's so normal. There's nothing wrong about it. और मैंने बहुत बारी नहीं, 99.9.9.9 कितनी बारी 0.9 कर लूं, इस चीज को देखा है. The other one just is looking for a vent. Let them vent. Just let them vent. Let them do that a million at a time till they become sick of venting. Now for that, अपने को पेशेंस चाहिए. उसके लिए एक और बहुत अच्छी चीज है. How much expanded space can I be that I expand so much that she is also at ease? You get that? Even when I say that, I get goose pimples on my skin. पता क्या रहता है, जो कहता है वो कहता चला जा रहा है, और हम भी कहीं रेसिस्ट करते ही चले जा रहे हैं क्योंकि हमें अच्छा नहीं लग रहा. सो नॉर्मल. नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है, आई कांट अप्रिशिएट. जो अप्रिशिएट करने वाली चीज है उसी को तो करेंगे, है ना. मगर ना अच्छा भी कितनी देर रख लेंगे अपने साथ. ना अच्छा, ना अच्छा. कई बार आपने देखा घर में दो लोग की लड़ाई हो रही होती है, आप तीसरे सुन रहे होते हैं, आपको वो ही भी नहीं अच्छा लगता. अब लगता है छोड़ दें, छोड़ दें, छोड़ दें, मगर छुटता नहीं है उनसे. You are not participating, still you are participating. Your passive participation is there. You get that? The best is just ask yourself, this is a tool, expand. Body expand. इतना expand कर कि जो इनकी भी रंजिश है ना, वो भी उसकी जगह मैं एक्सपैंड कर दूं, क्योंकि उनके पास टूल नहीं है. उनके पास टूल नहीं है. मैं इतना एक्सपैंड कर दूं ना कि वो आता जाता चुप हो जाएंगे. आप ये चीज को इस्तेमाल करके देखिए एक बार, आप इसको हमेशा यूज करेंगे, क्योंकि आप इतने एक्सपेंडेड होंगे ना, वो एक बार ही बोलेंगे ना, पता नहीं क्या होगा, टॉपिक चेंज हो जाएगा. पता नहीं क्या होगा, कोई उनको बुला लेगा. पता नहीं क्या होगा, मतलब आपको दिखेगा मैजिक हो गया, ये कैसे हुआ यार. बस सिर्फ एक्सपेंडेड स्पेस की जरूरत है. हमारा क्या होता है, हमारी रेजिस्टेंस कैसे होती है, जब किसी ने कहा मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, टाइट. दिमाग में क्या चलना शुरू हो गया, फिर ये बकवास शुरू, अब फिर इसको झेलना पड़ेगा, होगी शुरू. जब आप वो सोचते रहेंगे, आपका और टाइट, फिर और टाइट, फिर और टाइट, फिर और टाइट. फिर दिल करता है इसको जरा सी शिक्षा तो दे दे. उसको भी पता है कि उसी को ये इलाज करना है, उसको पता है. इतने से बच्चे को पता रहता है कि मुझे क्या करना है. हम तो इतने इतने बड़े हैं, सभी को सब कुछ पता है, मगर उनको एक्सपैंडेड एनर्जी होने का नहीं पता. एक्सपैंडेड अगर एनर्जी होने का पता होता है ना, तो ये टॉपिक अरबों बारी नहीं आता. You get that? And जैसे आप द्वार खोल के खड़े हैं ना कि ये लो, ये तुमको द्वार खोलना नहीं आता, मैंने दरवाजा खोल दिया. You get that? एनर्जी आएगी जाएगी आएगी. आप देखेंगे ऐसे लगेगा जैसे ये झटके से डिफ्लेट कैसे हो गई, ये टॉपिक कैसे इसने बदल दिया. आप करके देखिए. You will come up on call and say, yeah, it worked, यार. I've seen that. You get that? हम जो लाइक सेशंस करते हैं लोगों का, आप देखेंगे वो 1 घंटा नहीं, अगर मैं 5 घंटा सेशन करूँ ना, एक ही टॉपिक चल रहा होता है, रिकॉर्ड करके भेज सकती हूँ आपको. एक ही टॉपिक होगा. मेरी मदर इन लॉ ठीक नहीं, बस वो नहीं ठीक, उनकी आंख ठीक नहीं, उनके कान ठीक नहीं, उनके बाल ठीक नहीं, उनकी जबान ठीक, लिपस्टिक ठीक नहीं, उनका दिल ठीक, उनकी साड़ी, सब कुछ ठीक नहीं पे ही चल रहा है. कितनी देर सुनेंगे? कुछ नहीं करना है तुमको. जस्ट बी द एक्सपेक्टेड स्पेस. कोई बात नहीं. इसके पास शायद कोई नहीं होगा ना, कितना भरे हैं, कोई भी नहीं होगा. और आपको भी एक्चुअली उसको कुछ सुनने की जरूरत नहीं है. जस्ट लेट देम इन. But how should I not be the effect of it? This is the whole thing. No, you can't do a session like that. Everybody has so much bloody pain. They come with to you just because they have pain. How to be there then? Do I not have to function in my life? I definitely have to be functional, happy, elated. But I have to be all expanded. कि हाँ यार कोई बात नहीं. I know. Yeah, I really know कि कांटे इतने हैं. जब तक ये उगलेंगे नहीं ना, कांटे जाए नहीं. उगल लो. सारे सेशन में यही करते हैं. कहते हैं one liner at the end of the session will culminate the session because I know it all. You get that? Be that expanded space. There are very few people who are in that expanded space. लोग दिल की बात नहीं कर पाते, ऊपर ऊपर की बात करते रहते हैं. ऊपर ऊपर की सारी, तो दिल की बात किससे करें? कि बात सारे दिल की करना चाहते हैं मगर कर नहीं पाते. ना. And this is such a magical tool. I just can't tell. Just be more expanded. Just by आंखें खुली रख के भी कह देंगे ना, just body expand. अब तो ये कार्यक्रम शुरू हो गया, मगर इस कार्यक्रम में अपने को भर्ती नहीं होना. That's it. Yeah. And you will see the magical shift. Use it in a day or two. आपको बहुत, you've talked about it ना, you will get this example अभी आ जाएगा एक आधे दिन में. You know, again you will get this chance because universe will always throw the ball back into your court and say, अभी सीख क्या है, अब देखो यूज होता है, अब देखो अभी तू तो सीखा, यूज किया, ये दो मौका देता हूँ, यूज करके देखो. You get that? See if it works for you and come and share here. Yeah, come and share here because I think this is, you know, being the expanded energy is the only tool which is required on the planet. हर एक के पास होना चाहिए. 1 अरब चीजें माइनस हो जाती हैं if you be the expanded energy. Yeah, if you be the expanded energy, 1 अरब चीजें minus in your life because that is something which is, it's not easy to be. You have to practice you have to practice to be that expanded energy. You have to practice so much, and each time this thing comes, no, hey, I know it's a practice session. जैसे टेस्ट होता है ना, ये practice session आया, फिर है ना, फिर practice session आया.
I have experienced it with my better half, so I have seen the results. So definitely that is what I'm saying, that but of course it is a matter of practice, again paying attention and being conscious that this is how I have to, this is what I have to use, just being present at that moment.
Present, yeah, present and expanded, present and expanded, present and expanded.
And I have done this expanded form with my mother-in-law, and it really works. It really works. She thinks I am coming to her room to argue, whereas I just
say something nice and she just, I think all the anger just vanishes, totally vanishes. When I mean, this I have just started doing it very recently, and आज आपका topic आ गया, तो I had been smiling since the start only, because something happened very recently only.
Okay.
I would like to share, Malvika. Everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So I requested you for that expanded energy call, right? And since Friday, something was going on with at home, some sort of tensions or something. I just listened that, and I was just being in one question. I was literally can't figure it out. Ki still I'm going back to back to back to back to back to it. But I was still asking one question which Malvika you gave me, right? What expended energy can I be right at the moment to bring ease, joy, and glory, right? I was just in rectifying this question, not rectifying, but actually I could even perceive the energy of it, right? That energy I could actually feel, but वो कितनी वो नहीं समझ में आ रही थी because monkey mind बहुत कुछ चल रहा था. And whenever I'm expanding the energy, wherever I'm going, I'm getting the results because पता भी नहीं चलता वहाँ पे इतना ease आ जाता है which I couldn't even सोचा भी नहीं होता. So that is altogether different atmosphere. And yes, Malvika, everything goes well. And yesterday only we get the engagement done. Right. So these are the things. And for the pain, regarding pain, I really wanted to say something, Malvika. Since it's ancestral clearing, मेरे कान पे वैसे भी पहले मैंने आपको बताया था कि कान में कुछ ना कुछ रहता है. मेरे को लगता है कि जैसे कुछ तो बहुत हैवी सा हो रहा है, एंसेस्ट्रल क्लियरिंग के बाद कान में वो आता है, हैवीनेस होता है, चला जाता है, आता है, चला जाता है. आई कुडंट अंडरस्टैंड. एंड वन थिंग मोर, मेरे ना ये जो टीथ है, तो यहाँ पे ना एक बारी पेन आता है और वो मुझे इतना पता है कि वो कैविटीज का पेन नहीं है, वो पेन ना कुछ और है. सो कैविटीज है नहीं, बट ऑल ऑफ सडन कुछ ये ना 2 महीने से हो रहा है. So I'm even in a question. This is not any cavities, क्योंकि cavities नहीं है, but this is something else. What is it? I couldn't. I'm not even able to perceive that energy. अगर वो कुछ क्या भी रहा. So 3-4 days back call जब आपने boom clearing किया था या मतलब ये वाली calls हुई थी जब, so उसके बाद एकदम से चला गया और पता भी नहीं चला वो कैसे चला गया. And then it's coming back हल्का हल्का सा. But whenever मेरे पास पुरानी recordings भी होती हैं, जब भी मैं सुन रही हूँ उसको, जब भी मैं time निकाल पा रही हूँ, I'm just playing it. So वो चला जाता, वो आ जाता है कान में and teeth में यहाँ पे. So these things are happening, coming and going. I know it's saying something. It's meant to be getting the clearing of next layers, and that's the story. That's it.
Teeth have so much to say. Okay, like every part of the body has so much to say. Teeth has its own history to say. Yeah? As we talk about 32 teeth, there is, yeah, so like we can take like so many calls on that. Yeah, it has a lot to that. But any which way, since we are doing pain, let's get over this and let's see what next will come up. And lot will be cleared. Yeah. So anything which is happening in the ears and the teeth, going and coming. So ears have something to do with the hearing. Yeah. So everywhere that you have resisted hearing in the past, what do you do not like to hear in the present? And what have you created by not hearing? Everything that is. Are you understand? Like it could be that when people are not very conducive at home and they do not use the right kind of language, they are They are quite rough in their vocabulary. Yeah. So what happens is that this is a defense mechanism of the body. It does not desire to take that pain. So when you do not desire to take that pain, you develop something like this. And there is something called tinnitus. Yeah. That is resounding ears. Yeah. Resounding ears. So they keep resounding day in, day out, 24/7. Yeah. So like could do many sessions for I don't know how people just come together, and for people who had tinnitus, and how is it that it went away? Yeah, because they were living with it for the last like 10 years, and you know, resounding ears can be so painful, such a sensitive part of it. It's always, and even when you are sleeping, it is resounding. So it has everything with what are you resisting to hear? Yeah. And whenever it comes to the jaws, the teeth, that is already talking about what are you not desiring to be flexible about. Okay, it is again a joint. Yeah, there is some resistance, something which you are very, very, like, how should I tell you? Like it is like a pole in your head. Yeah, until the time you do not pull out that pole of resistance, this will not come out. You must have heard about people having locked jaws. When they eat, their jaws get locked automatically, like so they are unable to eat. Yeah, अटक अटक के chew कर सकते हैं, उनके jaws lock हो जाते हैं, है ना? और आप कितना डेंटिस्ट्री करा लीजिए, कभी नहीं जाते, कभी नहीं जाते. Okay, they will keep injecting and they'll keep making it workable. Again, the effect of the injection goes away. Again, it will come back. You get it? So it is because of the blocked energy there, and we will take it up some time. Let's go through the pain thing, and then might be clear before that. Yeah, Shri. आज meditation नहीं कर रही हैं क्या?
नहीं जी, आपसे बात करी थी ना वीडियो पे, तो तब है ना कुछ था, मतलब मुझे क्लियर नहीं दिख रहा था. मतलब पहले भी ऐसा हुआ था कॉल पे, तो ऐसा होता है कि कभी कभी कुछ तो होता है, लेकिन क्या है वो समझ नहीं आता, कुछ तो ब्लॉकेज है. ऐसा लगता है कि आपकी तरफ देख के ऐसे जब बात करते तो उस कॉल पे वैसे ही हुआ था. और आज और एक चीज हुई, जैसे पीछे की दीवार है, यहाँ पे कभी लाइट कम ज्यादा हो रही है, जबकि रूम में लाइट चालू नहीं, बाहर की रोशनी है. मुझे रूम में फील नहीं हो रहा है कि रोशनी कम ज्यादा हो रही है, पर मैं जब यहाँ पे देखती हूँ इस वीडियो पे, तो पीछे मुझे दिख रहा है कि कम ज्यादा हो रही है. और मैं कई बार पीछे भी देखा, लेकिन मुझे वो दिख नहीं रहा है कुछ, और ऐसे भी सामने देख रही तो फील नहीं हो रहा. और अभी भी हुआ. तो ये क्या है?
क्या बताऊं?
मुझे भी नहीं पता.
पीछे पर्दा कर लो.
No, she's talking about energy. That's
हाँ.
Okay.
yeah, she's talking about energy. You be with these calls, you know, they'll clear up something. You know, you haven't, like there's certain things which you have lived with. Yeah, I've experienced that. It's not like me, but I think the energy that I carry, very few people get to come here. Yeah, and there are only the people who would be resonating, equating with the energy, they will only be able to come. The rest will come and go. Yeah. इसका सार पूछेंगे वो मैं बता नहीं सकती. There's certain things which I'm not allowed to tell. Just enjoy, just be, it'll go away. It'll just go away. Yeah. Something is opening
Yesterday,
up for you. Yeah.
can I say something, please? Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Yesterday, I had my dinner, and because everybody is talking about their experience, so I really want
Not
to
a
share.
problem. Yeah.
Yesterday, I had my dinner, and we had made saag because it's winter time. So we, and after that I had, because I had seen mangoes in the market, so I got mango, three mangoes, big ones, you know, and they were not even ripe, but I really wanted to eat. So what I did, I cut them, and they were quite nice. They were not sour, but they were not sweet also. So I ate, and in 10 seconds, I had shortness of breath. I was like, oh my God, again reacting. You know how it was itchy. And I said, oh, what did I do? So Anil also ate, but he was fine. And he said, what happened? I said, no, there's something not okay. My body has reacted. I don't know whether it is the saag that I have eaten or the mango, because this is what I have eaten. And I was fine. I had finished my dinner. And then when I had mango, that tiny bit, not even just a small slice of it, and it reacted. I mean, it was such bad shortness of breath that I had to have a Ventolin ka ek puff lena pada mujhe, because my respiratory tract was closing. So I said, I have to take it, otherwise it is going to get worse. And then I just did my deep breathing, went there, just connecting, you know, distracting my mind from there to my core. And then slowly and slowly drank some hot water, and then it slowly and slowly went. And in the morning, you know, I slept the whole night. I slept again. I woke up 5 o'clock in the morning. I did my meditation, whatever I do, and I was like so happy that it has gone. So why does it happen? I mean, I don't know. My body's like, it is allergy prone. It is, I think there's something, I don't know what is blocked in that way. Like you must be knowing through energy, you know, what do you call, you say, that was something, energy thing was blocked. You say something like that, you know, you use that terminology. So I don't know whether is it my, I mean, physical body that is creating any problem, or is there any energy blockage that it shows up again, you know, in some way or the other?
Anything that happens to our body, in our body, is always, there is something in the energy body. Anything which happens. Okay? So when we clear the energy body, yeah, our body will be fine. वो सिम्टम फिजिकल हो सकता है, वो फिर एलर्जी हो सकती है, वो कुछ भी हो सकता है, वो पेन हो सकती है, वो किसी को आर्थराइटिस हो सकता है, किसी को कुछ भी हो सकता है आपकी, क्योंकि जो बॉडीज हैं, so there are many bodies that we have. Yeah, we'll talk about it some other day, but energy body is one of them. Yeah, so those which is toxic lying there will always keep giving you. Yeah, till we clear that, we will come, because we're talking about bodies now in these calls, so obviously that is inclusive. We will take up that up also. We'll clear that. But till that time, let's start infusing the thought in our body that, you know, I have an absolutely healthy, happy mind and body. Okay. Each time it comes. Because if you keep saying, you know, I have an allergy prone, you get that? Then I'm telling the body you are allergy prone. You get that? So it will keep creating allergies to prove it is prone. Yeah. It will keep creating it to prove that it is prone. So I have to check myself. This is the first step to it. The rest we will clear. You know, each time it comes, you know, yeah, gluten free. कुछ भी आता है ना, क्या allergy. Even if we are having gluten free, let's not talk about it. एक चीज माइनस कर सकते हैं, है ना? That is talking about it. Okay? So वो जो है उसको एनर्जी नहीं जाएगी, and फिर देखते हैं कि रिवर्सल आता है ना, क्योंकि इन कॉल्स पे कुछ ना कुछ रिवर्सल आएगा. तो जब आप टेस्ट कराएंगे, फिर उसमें पता चलेगा कि you know what has cleared. Yeah, because they make you, it's like a clear evidence, you know, this was there and this is not. So obviously it is a proven thing.
No, they don't do it here. They
What do
say
they
no.
do? Yeah.
They don't do it.
Okay.
They just say that you have to, you know, be preventive. That's it. Finished over. No tests,
Okay,
because they don't come to know. They say
not a
allergies,
problem.
you can't tell. You are allergic.
Not a problem.
See, like pollens, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I want to know, that why it just starts, but why it triggers. That's the problem. That is my question, actually, not
What
problem,
are
my
you
question.
allergic to?
Yes. I am allergic to means? What are you asking? I'm not understanding.
Keep asking yourself, what am I allergic to? I'm not talking about the things. Okay, I'm not talking about the seeds you are allergic to, food you are allergic. I'm not talking about that. Okay, the body
Mm-hmm.
knows. The body knows. You just keep talking to it. Body, what are you allergic to? Okay, are you ready to release that? Body, what are you allergic to? Each time that thought comes, put that in. What are you? What are you trying to tell me? I'm ready to release that. I'm just willing. I'm just willing. मुझे समझने की जरूरत नहीं है. I'm just willing. Yeah, is now the time to just let that go. You'll see it will show up. It will show up even if you don't get any test done. But it will show up as ease in your body. But you'll have to do it. You will have to do it. Keep doing that. And then definitely we'll take up the energy body one day. We've already, pain has started, so obviously we'll take up body as such. Yeah. So जितने भी calls लगेंगे, we will clear the stuff up. कितना कुछ आएगा अभी? अभी तो आज सिर्फ first call थी. Yeah. So it will clear up something. क्योंकि जो हमारे अंदर है, वो बाहर दिखेगा ही. कैसे दिखे? वो सबका अलग अलग रहेगा. सबका अलग अलग रहेगा, है ना? तो जब वो चीज अंदर से विषाक्त चले जाएगा तो बाहर आराम रहेगा ही. जब आपको इतना ही सारा टाइम नहीं आएगी, आप that means it's cleared, no? Even if we don't do the test. The symptom is telling है, the symptom is again telling है. तो जब symptom ही नहीं आएगा तो बताएगा ना clear हो गया. Isn't it? इससे better क्या test बताएगा? Yeah. So let's do it and see what it creates. Keep talking till that time. Keep talking to yourself till that time. कि यार तुमको किससे परेशानी रहती है ना? मेरी कोई एलर्जिक थॉट है? कोई कोई ऐसा विचार आता है मुझे? या बिकॉज हमने कहीं उससे रेजिस्टेंस थी तब ये सिम्टम आ रहा है. कुछ है वो आपको अपने आप से क्लियर होता जाएगा. आप सिर्फ एक चीज ये करते जाइए, आपको अपने आप से आ जाएगा. ऐसे करके आगे सामने बैठ जाएगा तुम्हारे, और दिस वाज इट. It comes to you so clear. Get it? Just keep doing it. We shall clear it out. Okay? Let's do a quick meditation today because it's already 1:35. Yeah. And let's connect to our body. कितनी amazing body है हम सबकी. मजेदार. कितना कुछ ये हमसे बातें करती है. और हमें कहती रहती है तुम हमसे बातें करो ना. मगर हमें तो अपनी दुनियावी बातों से फुर्सत मिलती ही नहीं. तो जो सबसे पास है ना, वो सबसे दूर हो जाता है. वो है हमारा शरीर. किसी ने बोला नश्वर है तो उसको मान लिया, मगर उसका मायना क्या है वो कभी नहीं सोचा. What is the in-depth meaning of शरीर नश्वर है? अटैचमेंट ना होना, उससे अटैचमेंट ना करना उस शरीर से, मगर उसका बहुत खूबसूरती से ध्यान रखना. नश्वर है तो क्या होगा? क्या वो हमें अपनी जिंदगी को आगे लेके जाने में क्या वो काम नहीं कर रहा? इतने अनमोल शरीर को हमने कभी सिग्निफिकेंस नहीं दी। कुछ भी लिया, कुछ भी समझा और उसमें डाल दिया, इसलिए कि वो नश्वर है। एक तरफ से सुप्रीम गॉड उसमें बसता है, हम ही तो कहते हैं ना, और दूसरी तरफ से कहते हैं कि वो नश्वर है, इसलिए कुछ भी उसमें डालते रहे। हम लोगों की कॉन्ग्रुएंसी कब आएगी? सोच में, विचार में, भावों में। तो जब तक वो कॉन्ग्रुएंसी नहीं आएगी, समानता नहीं आएगी, तब तक क्या शरीर में दुख और दर्द उमड़ेगा नहीं? शरीर तो हमें ऊंची ऊंची आवाज देकर बताता रहता है कि हम उसकी कदर नहीं कर रहे। और उस कदर करेंगे कैसे, हमें शायद ये भी नहीं पता। कभी तो सोच लेते हैं कि जिम तो चले जाते हैं तो कदर कर ली। हर चीज जिसका फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट हमसे चिपका हुआ है, उसकी डेप्थ कहाँ है? कहाँ है उसकी जड़ें? कहाँ है उसका बीज? सिर्फ के जिम जाने से हमारा शरीर अच्छा हो सकता है? वो तो सिर्फ एक चीज है। हमारा मन, बुद्धि, विचार जो भी चलते रहते हैं दिनों रात, रातों दिन, वो हमारे शरीर में मिठास भरे हुए आते हैं, देते हैं हमें। ना विचार मीठे होते हैं तो उसकी मिठास कैसे? कड़वे विचार, कड़वा ही उसका असर हमारे शरीर पर। तो वो कड़वाहट हमें पेन, सफरिंग, नेगेटिव एनर्जी फील्ड ही देगी ना। हर चीज जो नेगेटिव एनर्जी फील्ड में आई हुई है हमारे पास, उसका उजागर होने का वक्त है। और आज अगर दर्दें बढ़ भी गई है ना, तो सोच लीजिए कि बिल्कुल सही चल रहे हैं आप। इतने सारे जो लेयर्स हैं अनकॉन्शियसनेस की, वो चली गई, तो क्या ये दर्दें ऊपर नहीं आएगी जो भर रखी थी हमने अंदर? कितना उनको पकड़ के रखा था। हमारी रेजिस्टेंस, हमारी होल्डिंग कैपेसिटी, हर चीज को हमें जकड़ के रहना होता है। अगर दर्द भी है तो उससे रूबरू क्यों नहीं हो सकते? उससे रूबरू होने का मतलब है उसकी आंखों में आंखें डालकर चार बात करनी कि तुम्हारी जड़ें कहाँ हैं, तुम्हारा बीज कहाँ है, दर्द मुझे बताओ ना। पास्ट में है तब भी मैं पास्ट में जाकर एनर्जेटिकली उसको निवारण कर सकती हूँ। कहीं से लिया हुआ है, अपनी माँ से, बाप से, भाई से, बहनों से, इस धरती से, उसको भी मैं रिलीज कर सकती हूँ। गुस्से से आ रही है तो गुस्से से बातें कर सकती हूँ। ये गुस्सा कहाँ पर बैठा है और क्यों, किसके प्रति है मुझे आज गुस्सा जो मैंने होल्ड करके रखा और ये दर्द के रूप में मेरे शरीर में दिख रहा है। आज मैं कुछ भी कारण हो उस दर्द का, उसे विदाई देने के लिए तैयार हूँ। आज मैं जहां पर भी जोड़ों में दर्द रहता है, जहां पर मैं अपने से जुड़ नहीं सकी, जहां पर मैं लाइट से जुड़ नहीं सकी, जहां पर भी मैं सुप्रीम गॉड से जुड़ नहीं सकी, जहां पर भी मैं पॉजिटिव एनर्जी फील्ड से जुड़ नहीं सकी, वहां मेरे जोड़ में दर्द आ गया। क्यों नहीं जुड़ सकी मैं? हम बहुत बार हर चीज को जेनेटिक बना देते हैं। सच्चाई से पूछिएगा अपने दिल से, क्या वो जेनेटिक भी है? जेनेटिक सिर्फ 2% रहता है, बाकी 98% आप हैं। वो 2% 98% के ऊपर कैसे हावी हो जाता है? कभी अपने से पूछ रहे हैं क्या जेनेटिक का बहाना जेब में लिए घूमते रहते हैं और खुश रहते हैं? जेनेटिक है, उसमें भी ब्लेम गेम, जीन्स को ब्लेम कर दिया गया। जहां पर भी हमें इस मोमेंट को मेडिटेटिव मोमेंट बनाने की जरूरत थी, मैजिकल मोमेंट एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए, वहां ही हमने दोषारोपण किसी और पे कर दिया। तो समझा, कंधे हल्के हो गए। मगर अगर कंधे हल्के हुए होते तो आज शरीर ना हल्के होते, बुद्धियां ना विवेक बुद्धि बनती, जिंदगियां आराम ना होती, रिश्ते खूबसूरत से महकते हुए ना होते। अगर कहीं पर भी कुछ कमी दिखती है और वहां दर्द है तो मतलब हमने किसी चीज को बहुत जकड़ के रखा हुआ है, पकड़ के रखा हुआ है, और उस निवारण करने में हमें अभी हमारी विलिंगनेस नहीं है। तमन्ना कहीं बेतमन्ना है। ये दर्दें शरीर हमें बहुत कुछ बता रहे हैं अंदर की। जब जब हम अंदर की कहानी प्यार से समझते रहते हैं तो जैसे अंदर की नॉब्स सुलझती चली जाती है और ये दुख दर्द हमारे शरीर से डिस्टेंस करता, दूरी बांधता हुआ आता है। हमारा शरीर जिसमें एसिडिक एल्कलाइन बैलेंस चाहिए, और एसिडिक एल्कलाइन बैलेंस जब नहीं होता तब भी हमें दर्दें उठनी शुरू हो जाती हैं। एसिडिक कहाँ है? जहां हमने टॉक्सिसिटी से एसिड प्रोड्यूस किया। हमारा शरीर कितना समझदार है। एक टॉक्सिक थॉट ये सब केमिकल इम्बैलेंस दे दिया, एसिडिक बना दिया। कहाँ कहाँ हमने अपने आप को एसिडिक बना के रखा है, वहाँ वहाँ हमें दर्द है। वो दर्द फिजिकल हो, इमोशनल हो, फाइनेंशियल हो, स्पिरिचुअल हो, कोई भी दर्द। आइए इन अनगिनत पर्दों को आज विदाई देने का मौका बनाएं और अपने द्वार खोल दें, ताकि ये सारी जो लेयर्स हैं, जो आज जाने के लिए, इस वक्त जाने के लिए तैयार बैठी हैं, वो हमेशा हमेशा के लिए चली जाए। और जाते हुए उनको शुक्रिया करना ना भूलिएगा। दर्दों का भी शुक्रिया। अगर वो दर्द दर्द ना होते, क्या हम ये दरवाजा खोलते? और आज वो दर्द दर्द है, तभी तो हमने ये दरवाजा खोला, क्योंकि शायद हम उस दर्द से, उस दर्द को सह सह कर थक चुके थे। और आज की डेट में, इस घड़ी में जितना भी आराम हम अपने शरीर में एक्सपीरियंस कर सक रहे हैं इस वक्त, आइए उस आराम को बहुत सारा मल्टीप्लाई करें और इस आराम को पूरी धरती पर बिखेर दें खुशबुओं के साथ, क्योंकि सभी धरती पर तो दर्द से कराह रहे हैं। और ये कराहना कितनी दर्द भरी है। आइए इसको हर कण में बिखेर दें, ताकि सभी को बस आराम, बहुत सारा आराम, बहुत सारा मीठा खुशबू भरा आराम आ जाए। जितना जितना हमें दर्द से आराम आ जाएगा, उतना उतना धरती को जो इतना दर्द का सामना करना पड़ रहा है, उसको भी आराम आ जाए। हमारे जगने का मतलब है सिर्फ अपने लिए नहीं, सभी के लिए, और इस धरती के लिए जिसने हमें इतना कुछ हमें बख्शा है, हमें दिया है, और आज भी देती चली जा रही है। आइए लंबा सा सांस लें और इस घड़ी के साथ जुड़ जाए और इस शरीर के साथ जुड़ जाए जिसमें कुछ देर पहले से अब तक काफी आराम आ चुका है। और एक बार और बहुत लंबा सा सांस लेंगे और अपनी सांसों के साथ जुड़कर आइए वापस आ जाइए। इस दर्द रहित स्पेस को एक्सपैंड करते हुए पूरा दिन बहुत खूबसूरती से बिताइएगा।